unakuja kunikatia mimi mwenye napakanga backup. Are you mad? Hi cousins, welcome to another episode, welcome to another video by yours truly, the cousin. Hi everyone else who is seeing me for the very first time. My name is Terri Winfred, but you can call me Terry. Once you go on and subscribe, then we become family, we become cousins, and that's how we'll address each other, okay? So if you're new here, what to expect on this channel is everything in and around loving, living, and learning, okay? The 3 L's, okay? We take them by force. And you'll find me embarrassing myself. Also, I am trying these new lashes. The shape was so weird. It was screaming, come get me, come get me. So I had to, girl. I had to try it, at least for you. I don't know if I'll wear it again. Maybe for like a more gothic, I don't know. It's not really my style, but I like it. It's turned out okay. So yeah. Let me know what you think about the lashes. Anyway, if you know me, if we've had any kind of substantial interaction, either in person or here on the internet, then you might have thought that I love, you know? And not just romantic love, platonic love. I think you get some of the most fulfilling, well, for a lot of us, we have had the most fulfilling relationships in a platonic friendship, yeah? And well, some people, I am realizing now that there are very few people who've found beautiful things to call a romantic relationship, right? So even parental love, it's just, love is just such a beautiful thing. If you look at it, if you look at the whole Bible and the ministry of Christ, it really is all about love. So especially if you're a believer, love should be a very big and beautiful thing to behold, to experience, and to show others, you know. So anyway, me personally, I love love. I also like romantic love. Let me not lie. I do. I enjoy it. But also I'm at a place in my life where I know it can be beautiful, but I've also seen how ugly it can get, yeah? Romantic love and relationships, that is. So I'm at a place in my life, I keep losing track of that thought. So anyway, I'm at a place in my life where I'm looking at relationships with a what, posterity kind of eyes, yeah? I mean, I don't think I ever have dated just for the sake of dating. I don't think I actually ever have. It's always long term, like tunafanya nini hapo brother? Because I've seen how ugly it can get, not just on my not just from my experience, but people outside as well. Then I'm also like, it can either happen. I'm open to the idea that it can happen and it might happen and it will be beautiful. Oh my gosh, to see myself as a wife. Oh, that man is gonna have fun. Yay! That one is gonna have so much fun. But also to see myself as a mother, that would be so cool. I'm really good with kids, so it would be nice to see how much more love and affection and attention and care I can give to a child, because this one will be mine. Do you get what I mean? Anyway, so but I'm also well aware that, okay, so I'd love to experience that, but also I'm at a place in my life where I'm thinking, see must. I know it's beautiful and it can be beautiful. To experience that would be amazing, but pia najua si must. As in, so I'm not just gonna do anything and with anyone just cause marriage. I beg. Anyway, us guys were allowed to date from a very young age, from like primary school. I remember my mom tried to hook me up in primary school one time. Or rather, she was like, hey, have you seen Nani? When I was in primary school, I was just like, I don't like him. He sucks his hands still. Anyway, so we're young and we're allowed to date when we're very young. So these are some of the things that I have picked up along the way. Not just my own experience, but other people I know from their own experiences that I have seen as red flags and why they are red flags, okay? When you see these signs, you don't start assuming it. Oh, it could be pink. I'm normally colorblind. I think that one is orange red. My friend, run, okay? Just run. All right. The first one that comes to mind is when the guy is overly complimenting. And this might catch what were words of affirmation. It might rock your ship. It might rock your ship when you find this person, when you find someone that is overly complimentative. And this is why it's a problem. This guy used to compliment me, yeah? It's like we never had any conversation. Like, looking back, of course, after the relationship, it wasn't even a relationship. We're getting to know each other. We went for like 3-4 dates. And yeah, because I'm like, hatuongei kitu. It's like he's just lost in my beauty. And I'm like, yo, come on, man. Come on. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when someone thinks of you as the most beautiful woman to his eyes in the world. Already, okay, missing to a words of affirmation if you haven't picked that up already. So, like, a compliment like that, I'm just like, okay, thanks, I guess. Because it's not practical, it's not real. I am not the most beautiful woman in the world. And even if I were to be, I'd like to know that you see me beyond what you see. Just beyond the face, beyond the body, if that's what you're attracted to. I'd like to know that you are attracted to me as a person, me. What that does, or rather, the person that you find is overly complimenting, you will find that your interaction or your conversation is very shallow. Like, I remember we'd go for a date, to make a date 2 hours, 3 hours, and the guy's just like, oh my God, baby, you're so beautiful. Like, I'm so lost in your beauty. How was your day? So I'm like, oh, my day was fine. Okay, guy. Even the way you just sip your drink. Uko tu, yeah. It's cute, but you see now, by the time unajibu, oh, thank you very much. Oh, stop. Oh, thank you. Hiyo ndo conversation may have for 2-3 hours. Oh, thank you. Oh. Sasa hiyo ni nini? For someone who's thinking posterity is, So be mindful. All I know is that he was avoiding something. There was someone else. It was not me. So again, you're the most beautiful girl in the world, and then here you. Anyway. I hope that he's actually just genuinely obsessed with you. Well, I'd prefer you be obsessed with God, but hey, Okay, so for me, this one might be a bit just personal, because what my love language is. When someone, so point number 2 is when they begrudgingly do nice things for you. Okay, so for me, my topmost love language is acts of service. No, quality time than act of service. But you see, act of service is a bit more, quality time is tangible. But sasa kama Mkristo hatuwezi karibiana sana kila saa. Do you get what I mean? So kidogo tuna limit. So the one that is very tangible would be the act of service, right? So something like getting the door for me. I'm a girly girl, okay? And I like those things. You will get the door for me. Once I enter a relationship, I forget how to open doors. Especially if you're there. When you're not there, yeah, I'll be okay. I'll take care of myself. But when you're here with me, I don't know how to open doors. I don't know. What? Door? Me? I'm a Barbie girl. I can't open doors. I don't have thumbs. My thumbs are missing. I can't open a door. But you see, the thing is, when someone does it begrudgingly, in the future, they will use it against you. I mean, when someone does it and they enjoy it, not because, it's inconveniencing them, because it would be easier, nyi wote mwende tu mwingie gari kivyenu, nyi wote mtoke tu muendelee kivyenu. It's easier that way. But sasa huyu afike, apak gari, atoke, akuje kufungulia tena, it's a bit inconveniencing. And if you're looking at a long-term thing, there will be things that you'll have to do for your partner that are not, they just don't feel nice, okay? They're inconveniencing you and your time and your space and your energy, and it'll take a lot from you. So if you're not willing to do these small nice things for your person, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. Say for instance, let me give an example. There's a particular gentleman I told yeah, I told I like the door being gotten for me. And he was like, hey, hii ni Kenya. And I'm like, what do you mean hii ni Kenya? Everyone I've dated, they've opened doors for me. You're the one who is living in the bush. You are making Kenya sound bad and so backward, and it is you. You're the problem. Stop blaming Kenya. It is you. So anyway, he said in Kenya. So now picture this: you are pregnant. Maybe you have twins in your belly, and you've had a problematic pregnancy. You can't put on your shoe, right? Because you're a man, you won't help her put on her shoes. Ama just the process of recovery after giving birth, it's hii ni Kenya. Remember, hii ni Kenya. Don't make me. Anyway, so yeah, just the small nice things, because at some point it will well, within the relationship, if you're looking at marriage and things like that, I want to think and believe from what I've heard. Of course, I've never been married before. I don't know, but I've been in a long-term relationship, and I've also seen marriages. And if you're just being practical about things, then there are certain aspects of life where you will need to sacrifice, yeah, and do things for this person, not because of anything, but just because they are your person, right? And it's, yeah, submit one to another. It's biblical. Come on. Yeah, hii ni Kenya. Sorry, bado nina machungu. Of course, that one didn't work out. Number 3, this is the ones that tell you how to be your gender. This is, I mean, for all of these points, it cuts across the genders, so be mindful. But I feel like my content is mostly for women. I make content mostly for women, so I'll always speak for us, okay, in regarding to the others. But these points can interchange, right? The one that tells you how to be your gender while they are in their gender, yeah, that's just ew. Double ew. I remember this one time, this dude, our interaction was not romantic by in no way, chance, shape or form. It was we were bombastic side eye. We were more like colleagues, yeah. So I was trying to move a chair that was relatively heavy, and he was sat near there, and so I'm over there trying to move this seat. It was pretty heavy, and mini baby girl first and foremost, but I'm not gonna impose my baby girlness to any and every guy. It's the ones that I like and the ones that like me back. So I picked this chair because it was heavy, and I think my other hand was occupied. It was pretty heavy actually, so I kind of dragged it, yeah. And he was like, be a woman, be a lady. And I was like, if you had at first been a man, you shouldn't have let me lift anything heavy. But you're here telling me how to be a woman. I'm sorry, but anyway, also I'm not as angry as I was then. I'm not even angry right now. It's just remembering it, and I'm like, we could really throw this blame game back and forth, you know. But me, I haven't told you how to be a man. There you are sitting being a man. What do I even know about being a man? I know nothing about it. Our interaction and our relationship is symbiotic. We don't compete. We are not equal. I don't believe we are equal. We're just not, okay? Our relationship is symbiotic, right? So there's no way you can't tell me how to be a woman, you being a man. I don't care how many sisters you have, okay? I don't care how many relationships you've been in, how many women you know. You can't tell a woman how to be a woman. And it's also equally disgusting for a woman to tell a man how to be a man. There's no, don't do it. Don't do it. You either niache tu hapo, niache vile umenipata, ama niache vile umenipata. There's just no in between. Unless you are together in a relationship, but also you don't go and tell them, this is this is how to be a man. You just say, I'll appreciate this from you. I appreciate this if you do this for me. You know, if you don't. Anyway, if his favorite podcast, this would have been a bit too specific, but hey, if his favorite podcast is Kevin Samuels, I'm a Samuel, whatever. I mean, if you listen to some of his podcast, at that time I listened to a bit of them, because you know, when you're trying to get to know someone and you're trying to figure out who the voice of reason is, what they allow into their space, like who do you listen to? And this guy told me Kevin Samuel, and at that time I was like, okay, is that guy? Okay. So I gave Kevin Samuel a chance. So I was trying to listen to some of his content. And kuna zingine anaongelelea facts, but facts don't always have to be said so harshly. Like, you can also state facts with love and kindness, okay? It doesn't have to be cold and cruel and hurtful. It doesn't have to be, okay? So that's one. And I also kind of do ascribe to a bit of stoicism, and, you know, red pill society, ile truths and facts. Let's go with truths and facts, but not to the point where it's hurting other people. It's not necessary, it's ungodly. This one is very specific. Yeah, so that should have been my warning sign. That should have been a red flag then. Because at that time, my interaction with Kevin Samuel was that video where he was bashing a certain lady. And he really went in on her, like it was uncalled for. Well, first of all, the lady, for having called that station and asking for advice, that was where you first went wrong. But anyway, ushafika hapo, it's the way he handled that situation that was just uncalled for. It was unnecessary. Anyway, so yeah, that one is a bit too personal on my end, but pia wewe, be cautious, okay? Yeah, but also there are women who ascribe to those things, like wewe kazi yako ni kupika, kuosha nyumba, kuosha vyombo, like your responsibility and the reason why you're put on this earth is to cater to your man. If you ascribe to that, fantastic, nyinyi mtapatana vizuri. But shida yangu inakuanga, in as much as there are women who ascribe to that and there are men who ascribe to that, you take yourself from that group yenye mngependana vizuri, mnakuja mnaanza kutusubua sisi wenye we don't ascribe to that. Hiyo ndio inakuanga shida yangu. Like mtu eti, yeah, I don't like girls who wear makeup. Umekuja kunikatia mimi mwenye napakanga makeup. Are you mad? Anyway, sorry. Emotions got high. Sorry. Apologize. But you get how insane that is. Anyway. The last and final point. This one, mimi hapa nimesema. I said what I said. The last one is, if he went to Starehe, if he went to Mamu, if he went to Alliance, red flag. And I said what I said. Maybe let me expound a little bit. Isikuwe tu nimesema na nimeenda hivyo. So from the ones that I've interacted with, okay, so first of all, I was really attracted to them because I think, or I have thought for a long time, I'm a bit of a sapiosexual. That is someone who is attracted to intelligence. Like someone who is smart is very attractive to me. Like, tell me what you know. And it's not specific to the kind of knowledge, so long as you're knowledgeable about something. And a lot of things would be nice, yeah? So the smart people I was attracted to, always have been, like since I was in high school. Those are the people I was going for. And then you come and start dating them when you're adults and you're like, hey, what is this? This is not what I signed up for. Yeah, I know for a fact from the ones that I've interacted with, both male and female, and I don't mean to be mean. Of course, this does not speak to everyone that's gone there. Of course, you get what I mean. It might not necessarily be a fact for everyone that attended the schools, right? up to that point, you people are smart, get, you know. I feel like from just the pressures of having gone to this high performing schools in high school, the assumption or where they should be and where versus where they are in this life, kuna a certain shoulds and could haves that are supposed to have played out, right? By virtue of having gone to this top performing schools while they're in high school. So now you come and life happens and kuna wenye tu wako na tu pressures mingi unnecessary. So now utakuja ni wewe utaingiza hizo ma pressure na hizo mashida zao. Yeah, but those that have healed and they're cool, they're really cool people. I really like them, but kuna ma pressure tu zingine, it's just very unnecessary. But again, hakuna kitu yenye Mungu hawezi cure. So you know, but I'm not saying that eti now uende watoe alafu useme Mungu wakia. Kama Mungu anaweza waponya mali wako alafu tupatane mahali mbele. But as for now, they are a walking red flag. Ukisikia tu, what high school did you go to? Run. Get to Usain Bolt. So anyway, in conclusion, those are my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My top 5 red flags that we just gonna run from. I just hear pim. Any sign of it, I'm dashing Usain Bolt. But also, if you've experienced maybe these things with me in the past, I'd like to just conclude and say that it doesn't mean that just because someone was like this in the past, they are not capable of changing or even being better people to another person. Just because they're not good for you doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be bad for the next person, right? So, you know, always extend that grace. And especially as believers, we are called to be Christ-like, which is basically rich in love, rich in kindness, rich in patience. Our only limitation, though, as far as romantic relationship goes and things like that, we do not know, and we are limited in terms of foresight. We're not able to see into the future to know God will save this one, or God will condemn this one. We're also called to wisdom, to seek for wisdom, okay? And God is generous. He will give it to us. So I pray that even in these things, as we continue to journey through this life, I pray that we are always seeking God for wisdom and counsel to know when to flee and when to extend grace. But always apply love, but know when to flee and when to extend grace, okay? Cool. Also, I'd like to point out in conclusion that I am no expert. These have just been my experience and observation. And with anything and everything that you find on the internet, even me included, take with a pinch of salt, okay? Okay, sawa. That's it for me today. I love you, but most importantly, God loves you. Bye. I'll see you on the next one.